Everybody's always wanting more lives, giving me lives. Hey, buddy, we fed the fawns this morning. A few of the bucks. We've got 70 young bucks in here that are probably going to go in that anywhere from 100 to, I don't know, some of them might get close to 500. I don't know if I'll have any 600. Really impressed with my guide series of bucks. There's TP. His mom's always throwing giants for me. And Chad, right there, I really like the way he's just starting to develop. They got one buck that's going just a little bit lopsided. That's going to be a nice young, typical. One real big giant, non-typical there, guys, but they got some frames on them now. About 400 series. That's one buck that is 2-year-old right there. Really like that. That young buck there's got that icon mass, man. Look at that mass coming. Some of the big boys there in the back. Now my big pen, they were just up early this morning, but they're down here. Yeah, my red stag and elk. We got 11 red stag bulls on mom, but you can see little Buddy's neck and head where the cow was picking him up and throwing him. The elk like to kill me. A lot of you guys watched that video, but she busted the windshield out of my Polaris General and just beat the tar out of my John Deere Gator. But you can see these are, I don't know. That buck back there is gonna be. Hey guys, you just ate. Come on, buddy. Big Harm. Named him after another elk farmer here in Illinois. Harmon's probably the best buck ever. One of the best elk farmers in the state. But this buck right here, this is Big John. Man, Big John's poured it on here. Last year he was one of my smallest buttons. And he's gonna go really wide like his dad and just throw me some Jose, what's up, buddy? But some of these are starting later, but a lot of them are just now starting to really pour it on. And I'm learning on the live videos. I got guys, I brought in those 3 buildings. I had a bunch of bucks hit the fence, and that buck there was going to be a beauty and cut the left side of his rack clear off. And he's growing back real non-typical. We called him Skid after the brother-in-law, but he was going to be just a giant 10-point typical. He was going to be beautiful. Another nice big 10. That buck here we called Trump, a Nat, or big. Hey Victor, how's Victor today? Yeah, I named him Trump. Try to get this thing to turn and show you what I'm wearing today. Trump, baby. Gulf of America, how about it? The big, beautiful bill to help deer farmers like me be able to survive in this rough economy. We really work hard at this, and a lot of people don't realize how much hard work comes in raising this many giants, but I'm fogging every night, spraying, do a lot of spraying, and different things like that, but go back to this silly thing. See, but I thought you guys would get a kick out of that shirt. I know not everybody's a Trump fan yet, but a lot of them are sure swaying their opinions now after seeing all the guy's just flat out a worker. He's like the rest of us. He gets up every morning at 4 or 5 o'clock and works till midnight, making America great for all of us to enjoy, in my opinion. There's always going to be things we don't agree with, but I really like this little buck. Hey, buddy. This little yearling here, we had a lot of ear infections. And man, that's one of my smallest yearling. I didn't think there was any way he'd live. But look at the rack he's pouring on. That ear there was, I thought he was going to lose it. The other ear's all swelled up. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to be a 7x7. He's just coming on later. He shed real late. But there's our epic white buck, Lucius. And then, of course, Blanco Rayo was the new world record by over 50 inches white, and I've got a ton of his sons out here. But there's one of my guide series. There's my boy TP, Travis Parker, probably one of the hardest workers I ever had here back at Midwest Bucks. Did free range hunts for 25 years. Little buddy, how'd you get in here? You little son of a gun. Come on, buddy. You never stop eating. 3 bottles down at 5 this morning. And little buddy and Harm are ready to eat again. I mean, them boys can eat. Come on out of here, buddy. Come on out of here, big boy. Come on out of here, them bucks. I gotta re-tag him. But again, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks to all my awesome clients. Really appreciate you guys. Without you guys, this would be nothing. We've been able to help so many handicapped and veterans, and so many people's dreams come true, and that's what it's all about here. As you can see, our breeding facilities is expanding another 51 acres. So we really enjoy raising these giants for you, the clients. There you are, Chad, one of my guides from Texas. He's a little bitty bodied buck, but man, does he have a nice little rack. Boys are up getting it this morning. As you can see, that feed, I'm a big supporter of Kalmbach. We actually even use their milk replacer, but I'm feeding them a little bit. I give them a treat. It's called Antler Max, and I get a pretty good deal on it from Purina, but it's normally almost 50 bucks a bag. But I throw them a little Antler Max, and the fat helps keep my bucks' bodies and antlers in tremendous condition. And they just get flat out massive on that Antler Max. And one of my friends, he likes using that. I think it's pretty similar, but it's a product I haven't used it in years. You can get it at Rural King or anywhere, called Calf Manna. But that was an up and comer there. This buck coming, but last year he was a beautiful 1.5 years. He's actually 2.5, and he ripped the right antler out of his head there in November, and he just hadn't grown back as good. He's still going to score. He's going to be well over 300, but I don't know if he'll hit 450. Most of these, that one there is going to go close to 5. And then we just got some beautiful typicals. We're trying to raise, our clients all love these big, heavy. Something I have that nobody else has is we've been able to produce mass here. I'd like to thank the good Lord and our soil types, but that's done an awful lot of it for us. It's just soil types, I think. We got pretty good dirt, and we use a lot of big acreages. Now these bucks here are just in a 3-acre enclosure now that you can see. They're the bigger pens are where we put our older bucks that are ready to go into the facilities. But and then we do is we put them into the ranch, take tags out, insecticide ivermectin. You can see we got a lot of insecticide tags in them now. As fawns, we put some of those insecticide tags in and try to get them number tagged by the time they're a yearling. So, got a pretty big bucks there. We had a buck called Clear Shot, breeder buck that was over 40 inches inside, and that son there is going to be right at it. 40 and 400's pretty good number, and he'd probably outdo 400, I'd say. But he's just going to have the look that a lot of our guys really like. I wish his brows were just a little bit cleaner. The buck behind him has got cleaner brows. He's a 23 model, so he's actually He's actually the oldest buck in this. Him and the white buck right here, the old men in here, 3-year-olds. So, and he's actually a 4-year-old. That buck there is the granddaddy. And you can see as a 1.5 old, he took an antler through the nose. And man, has he thrown me some awesome, beautiful fawns. I'd like to thank Doc Shipley and Clint, raising giants there. But, bid the mob good day. Bid the mob good day. Bucks everywhere. That's another bottle fed right here. He was a quad as a young fawn, little yearling that's tame. All these tame yearlings here. But anyway, everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye now.